A very good morning and a warm welcome to one and all present here. I, Eric Tutu Thomas, along with my friend Garfat Dangayach, are here to present before you an assembly on the Republic Day celebrated on 26 January every year to commemorate the date and moment when the Constitution of India came into effect. Now let us start the day by seeking God's blessing.
इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना। इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना। हम चले नेक रास्ते पे, हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना। इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना। हम चले नेक रास्ते पे, हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना।
We have heroes who wrote our constitution, one of the biggest constitutions in the world. After the amendment of the constitution, we became a Republic of India. And the day was 26 January 1950. 26 January was chosen as the Republic Day because it was on this day in 1930 when the Indian National Congress proclaimed the declaration of the Indian Independence Day, Poon Swaraj, as opposed to the Domitian status offered by the British regime. This day evokes in every Indian sentiments whose strength is difficult to measure. To express these immeasurable sentiments, I would like to request Tanvi Kulwal to share with us the history of Republic Day.
Republic Day is a national holiday in India. It honors the date on which the Constitution of India came into effect on 26 January 1950, replacing the Government of India Act as the governing document of India and thus turning the nation into a newly formed republic. The Constitution was adopted by the Indian Constituent Assembly on 26 November 1949 and came into effect on 26 January 1950, with a democratic government system completing the country's transition towards becoming an independent republic. 26 January was chosen as the date for Republic Day because it was on this day in 1929 when the Declaration of Indian Independence was proclaimed by the Indian National Congress as opposed to the Dominion status offered by the British regime. This year, India will be celebrating its 72nd Republic Day.
Thank you, Tanvi. India is also known as the land of festivals. So, I would like to request Nitya Sharma to tell us how Indians celebrate Republic Day.
On Republic Day, flag hosting ceremonies and parades by armed forces and school children are held in different parts of the country. The grandest and most important of these parades is held at Rajpath in New Delhi, which showcases a multi-hued image of the country's rich cultural heritage and military prowess. This parade is presided over by the President of India. One of the main functions of the Republic Day parade is to pay tribute to the martyrs who have sacrificed their lives for the country and to confer bravery awards on military persons, citizenry, and children for showing courage in the face of adversity. The Prime Minister of India first lays a wreath at the Amar Jawan Jyoti at India Gate in memory of all members of the armed forces who gave up their life for the country. After that, there is the 21 gun salute, unfurling of the national flag, and singing of the national anthem. Next, awards such as Paramveer Chakra, Ashok Chakra, and Veer Chakra are presented to gallantry award winners.
Thank you, Nitya. At last, but not the least, I would like to request Sia Gupta to read the preamble of the Indian Constitution before us.
Preamble of the Constitution of India is a brief introductory statement that sets out guidelines which guide the people of the nation and to present the principles of the Constitution and to indicate the source from which the document derives its authority and meaning. The preamble of the Constitution reads like, "We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, the 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution."
Thank you, Sia, for enlightening us with the preamble. Now let us conclude the assembly with the national anthem of India.